Hi there. Me and my family recently moved from the Philippines to Brisbane, Australia. We are still on our adjustment phase, although me and my wife are food lovers, willing to try different cuisines. We just can't help but miss the food back home. So we are trying to see if there are any ingredients or any alternatives needed to cook our favorite Filipino dishes. And we are happy to share our discoveries with you. For this video, I'm going to show to you how to cook Filipino-style pork steaks. Usually, we use pork chops, but for this video, I will use Scotch fillet. So this piece of meat has the right amount of fat and the right amount of meat in it, so it will be perfect for the pork steak. So let us start off by marinating it with soy sauce. So this will be the source of the saltiness and it will make the meat savory. For acidity, we usually use calamansi, but since I cannot find any calamansi here, we will use lime. So I will use 2 pieces of lime. So let us just squeeze all the lime juice into the marinade for the pork steak. After squeezing all the lime, let us mix the marinade all together. After that, cover it with a cling wrap and put it in the fridge so it can marinate for at least 2 hours. While waiting, let us prepare the other ingredients for this delicious dish. First, we use white onion. So I cut it in half. For the first half, I will use this for sauteing to add flavor to our dish. Just peel the skin off and cut it into smaller pieces. After cutting, let's just put it in a bowl and set it aside. So for the other half of the onion, we will cut it into rings and use it as garnish for our pork steak. After cutting it into rings, let us put it in a bowl and set it aside for later. All the ingredients we need are now prepared, so let us start cooking. So let us turn on the stove and heat the pan. And when the pan is piping hot, let us now sear the pork steaks. So if the pork has good sear on it like this, it is time to flip it and sear the other side. If both sides of the pork are already seared, it's time to set them aside and let us do the next step for this dish. On the same pan, just add a little bit more oil and then we will saute our onions. So just a fun fact, recently onion prices in the Philippines went overboard, and just for fun, Filipinos mockingly use onions to trade for jewelries and gold and other expensive items. Keep sauteing the onions until they are translucent or until you see good browning on them. And if the onions are already translucent and have good browning, it is time to add the marinade we used for the pork. If the mixture is already boiling, it is now time to add back the pork steaks we set aside earlier. And after that, we will just add the right amount of water, just enough to submerge half of the pork. Put the lid back on and let it simmer for 10 minutes or until the pork is tender. After 10 minutes, it's time to see how it tastes so that we know how much fish sauce are we going to add. So we use fish sauce in this dish because aside from being salty, it also adds savor to the dish. Let us put the lid back on and let it simmer for approximately 3 to 5 minutes. While waiting, let us prepare the slurry which we will use later to thicken the sauce. So we use cornstarch and just add water and mix it well. If the cornstarch is fully dissolved in water, then it is time to add it to the sauce. So you can see that the slurry thickened the sauce almost immediately after we add it to the dish. And if you can see this kind of texture or consistency with the sauce, it is now cooked and the dish is now ready to be served. As usual, Filipino dishes are always good paired with rice. Let us put a piece of meat in there. Don't forget to add the sauce. When you mix it with rice, it gives a very good flavor. And for finishing touches, don't forget the onion rings we cut earlier and use them to garnish the dish. So I have shown you how to cook Filipino style pork steak using the ingredients available here in Brisbane. And now it is time to dig in. So let us cut a little piece of the pork, and then let us also get a little onion and then get a little rice. And now here is your perfect bite. Friends, if you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.